Megatron's fusion cannon. Most people think it's the deadliest weapon in Transformers. It doesn't even crack this list. The actual top 12 includes a virus that ate a galaxy, a sword older than the war, and one weapon that scorched a planet of life just by being near it. Ranked. Planet-destroying means exactly that. Capable of canonically destroying an entire planet. We aren't talking about city-leveling ordnance or fleet-destroying lasers here. By the end, you'll know which weapon Hasbro had to retire, which one accidentally killed its own creator, and which one fans almost never talk about, even though it killed 57 Transformers in one issue. Number 12. Galvatron's Particle Cannon. The upgraded form of Megatron's signature weapon, forged from the remains of that original fusion cannon by Unicron himself. It's the only handheld weapon on this list that has reduced a sentient planet to rubble, but the planet's core, not the planet itself. G1 Cartoon Season 3, the episode Web World. Galvatron blasts the living core of Torculon to ash. Cyclonus tells him the Torculi will need centuries to rebuild. Galvatron stands over the smoke and the wreckage and calls it devastation wrought with precision and care. It sits at the bottom of our list because while it's undeniably civilization-ending, it breaks a world rather than outright shattering it. Number 11. The Forge of Solus Prime. The hammer of the Prime who built every weapon on the rest of this list. Powered by the flame of Solus Prime, a supernatural energy source equivalent to a collapsing neutron star. In the aligned continuity, in Transformers Prime, the Forge does not destroy directly. It builds the things that do. The Star Saber, the Requiem Blaster, the Dark Star Saber, the Sky Boom Shield. The enigma of combination. Predicking shattered it in the Transformers Prime episode Evolution, and Megatron grafted the severed arm of a dead Prime onto his own body just so he could swing it, and Solus Prime herself died on the wrong end of one of her own creations. The Forge's only direct kill was its own forger. The hammer never destroyed a planet. Everything it made did, and the first weapon she made on it eventually broke, because Megatron found a stronger one. Number 10. The Dark Star Saber. The corrupted blade Megatron forged to kill Optimus Prime. 3 ingredients. The Forge of Solus Prime, the severed arm of Liege Maximo, one of the original 13 Primes, and a chunk of Dark Energon, the blood of Unicron. In Transformers Prime, Beast Hunters, the Dark Star Saber did something no weapon in the franchise had done before. It shattered the Star Saber, the actual blade of Prima, the original Prime. One swing, gone. It is the first weapon in franchise history that made Optimus Prime drop his, and Megatron didn't just want to kill Optimus. He wanted to break what Optimus carried first. It's not here for what it did, it's here for what it broke. Number 9. The Heart of Cybertron. A device small enough to fit inside Megatron's chest cavity, with enough yield to end an entire world. G1 Cartoon, Season 2, the episode Microbots. Perceptor's exact words, spoken from inside Megatron's own chest while the device was powering him. This thing's like a hyperbomb. One wrong move and the whole planet is rubble. Most fans remember the Microbots premise. Almost nobody remembers what the device actually was. It is the same heart that powered the Decepticon warship Nemesis for 4 million years before the crash. Megatron walked around with planet-destroying ordnance grafted directly into his body. In every battle, every duel, every confrontation with Optimus, for the entire length of the war on Earth. Brawn eventually hurled the heart into orbit. Perceptor blasted it. The explosion happened just above the atmosphere. Megatron didn't carry his deadliest weapon. He wore it. Number 8. The Hate Plague. Unlike the rest of this list, this isn't a gun or a blade. It's a virus. G1 Cartoon, the 2-part episode The Return of Optimus Prime. The plague spreads on touch. Any contact, any species, organic or mechanical. The infected feel only rage, and the rage turns them on whoever is closest. A case unbroadcast in the episode itself confirms what most fans miss on rewatch. The plague did not stop at Earth. It spread across the entire galaxy. The plague ate civilizations, not planets, but it ate them everywhere. Origin. Eons ago, an unknown bioalchemist sealed the last spores inside a star. The supernova of that star released them. Doctors Morgan and Swafford found the wreckage and used Optimus Prime's corpse as bait to deploy it as a weapon. In Beast Machines, the episode A Wolf in the Fold, Megatron engineered a diluted variant against the Maximals. In Earthspark, freezing temperatures cure it, and humans are immune carriers. It's the only weapon on this list that thinks. Every other weapon needs a finger on the trigger. This one needs a fingerprint to spread. Number 7. The Plasma Energy Chamber. 12 levels below Generator C on Cybertron, the foundry where the original Autobots' bodies were forged. G1 Cartoon, the 3-part finale, The Rebirth. Galvatron used a key to channel the chamber's energies directly into Earth's sun. Spike Witwicky reabsorbed that same energy into Vector Sigma to restore Cybertron's golden age. Looking behind the scenes, there is a fascinating lore detail here. The Plasma Energy Chamber was not built by Cybertronians. It was built by the Quintessence to control Primus. In the Beast Machines episode Disclosure, the franchise confirmed what the G1 cartoon never said out loud. The Quintessence tried to leash a god. The attempt failed. And the failure created the Transorganics, Cybertron's first failed life forms. Cybertron's most sacred energy reserve is also its oldest crime scene. It can light a sun or extinguish one. The Quintessence built it. They lost control. Number 6. The Hydra Cannon, Armada Continuity. The combined form of 3 Minicon superweapons, the Star Saber, the Skyboom Shield, and the Requiem Blaster, bolted onto a moon-sized warship. The official lore states it has enough raw power to destroy an entire planet. It requires 9 Minicons to even form. Megatron targeted the Autobot Earth base with it. Optimus Prime redirected the beam with the Matrix of Leadership and exploded into a million pieces. The weapon worked. The shot didn't land. It took 9 of the smallest Transformers in the franchise to build the biggest gun in it. Minicons were a marketing decision. The Hydra Cannon is the receipt, and what Bayverse built next made the Hydra Cannon look local. Number 5. The Star Harvester. Hidden inside the Great Pyramid of Giza for 17,000 years. Revenge of the Fallen, 2009. Jetfire's exact words: it harvests energon by destroying suns. 7 primes built and operated star harvesters across the galaxy under one rule: never destroy a star with a life-bearing world. The Fallen broke that rule. That is why he is called the Fallen. Devastator excavated the Egyptian unit. The Fallen activated it with the Matrix of Leadership and was seconds away from detonating Earth's sun. Optimus Prime, fused with Jetfire's parts, killed him and destroyed the Harvester before it could fire. Hasbro's biggest cosmic weapon is the only one whose backstory is told in the opening text crawl. The Primes built it to feed Cybertron. The Fallen used it to commit the first sin. But the Bayverse never built a planet killer twice. Transformers Prime built theirs in 2 continuities. Number 4. The Omega Lock. Built by Alpha-Trion. The most powerful tool and weapon in Cybertronian history. Optimus Prime's exact words to Megatron in the Transformers Prime episode Darkest Hour: it will cyberform your planet in favor of its new matrix, destroying all indigenous life in the process. If you're a classic sci-fi fan, you might recognize a direct parallel here. That line is a direct reference to the Genesis device from Star Trek, The Wrath of Khan. The Omega Lock is the Transformers franchise's Genesis device, a tool that creates life by erasing life. Megatron was actively cyberforming Earth when Optimus destroyed the lock with the Star Saber. A second lock was rebuilt with synthetic energon to revive Cybertron in Predacons Rising, then destroyed when the Nemesis crashed. In the War for Cybertron games, the Omega Key turns out to be Omega Supreme himself. Every other weapon on this list kills a world. The Omega Lock replaces it. Number 3. The Requiem Blaster. Solus Prime forged it at Megatronus's urging to kill a god. According to the archives, it's able to draw power from a quasar's sound waves, a supernova's thermal energy, or a black hole's gravity. Optimus Prime has never encountered any record of a Transformer surviving a direct hit. It accidentally killed Solus Prime herself. A lover's quarrel with Megatronus. The first Prime to die in the war died from the weapon she built to win it. 5 canonical firings. A mountain leveled in the test fire. Unicron vanquished. Solus dead. Liege Maximo blown apart in the War of the Primes, and in Cyberverse, Optimal Optimus pulled the trigger on Megatron. But the strangest fact about the Requiem Blaster is the one most fans never hear. The gun has its own gravity. Junkion, the planet, formed around it. Salvage, shipwrecks, and debris all pulled in by the blaster's mass until an artificial planetoid existed. The Starseekers eventually retrieved it by tearing Junkion apart, the only weapon on this list that built its own planet. Solus made it to kill Unicron. It ended up killing her. Before she died, Solus made one more weapon. She gave it to Prima. Number 2. The Star Saber, forged by Solus Prime, wielded by Prima, the first of the 13, the original sword. As the legend goes, only one weapon could snuff out stars and crumble the stuff of planets into dust. 3 other things in this franchise are also called the Star Saber. The Transformers Prime cartoon blade is the same weapon, diminished. The Armada Minicon Combiner is a different weapon entirely, a key Unicron built to wake himself. And Victory's Star Saber is a heroic Autobot character. 4 versions, 1 name. Megatronus used Prima's blade to bisect Prima himself. After the murder, the Star Saber was smashed into 5 pieces to keep it out of the Fallen's hands. Nexus Prime hid 1 piece inside each of his 5 component bodies. Reassembling the Star Saber requires disassembling Nexus, the only sword in the franchise that requires breaking a Prime to put it back together. It can kill a star. The franchise keeps it broken so it can't. But the deadliest weapon in Transformers isn't a sword. It isn't even a gun. It's a database. Number 1. The Underbase. Marvel G1 Comics, 1989. Issue 50. The franchise's own data confirms the combined power of its knowledge could detonate a star on impact, and its mere proximity can leave a planet scorched of life. The Underbase is what happens when knowledge becomes ordnance. A repository of pre-Cybertronian wisdom so vast that simply holding it overflows the wielder. But the real twist isn't the weapon. It's who got hold of it. It wasn't Megatron, Galvatron, or the Fallen who got their hands on it. It was Starscream. The most ridiculed Decepticon in the franchise absorbed a fraction of the Underbase's power and proceeded to commit the largest mass murder in Transformers comics history. New York, Tokyo, Buenos Aires. 3 cities, 1 issue, approximately 57 named Transformers dead. Every aerial bot, every Dinobot, every Predacon, every Technobot, every Terracon, Soundwave, Jazz, Mirage. Omega Supreme, killed by the Decepticon nobody took seriously, holding a fraction of a power most modern fans have never heard of. From a real-world publishing perspective, Marvel G1 issue 50 was an editorial clearinghouse event to make room for new toy product. The plague scale culling fans still talk about today was the byproduct of a sales meeting. Megatron carried planet killers his whole life. Starscream picked one up once. He used it better. Every weapon on this list was built to end the war, and every single one ended up starting another by killing the wrong target. Which of these weapons should never have been built? Tell us below.